Okay, Fatima, as you remember, I give 2 marks for your outline, 2 marks for information, and 2 marks for structure. The information, I'm looking for specific information that is in the reading that you should include in your writing, yes? So this is information that pertains to your task. So if you don't have all that information, you don't get the full 2 marks. The other 2 marks are for your structure, and this structure should show me how your paragraphs are organized, how organized you are. If I'm looking for headings and subheadings, and I'm looking at basically that you're answering the task through your organization. And this is something that's really important, and so that's why we give you 4 marks for your outline. Okay, so you don't need to have outline on your outline. That's fine. Just put the title. And then you have introduction here, and that's okay. Statistics, talk about, sorry, it's very faint. I have a hard time saying it. Talk about all the common, instead of saying talk about it, put down the information you're going to actually write down. You should be able to write your paraphrase from your outline. And I'll say right now that, your outline doesn't have a lot of information on it. Yeah, there's no way you could possibly write your paraphrase from your outline. It just would not be possible. So that's not a good thing. Okay, so causes and transmission. Causes. Okay, so you're putting a little bit of information, but for some reason you're putting it in brackets instead of putting headings and subheadings, yeah? So that's a problem there. Okay, now prevention and Oman. Okay, so this tells me, when I look at this outline, it looks like you're going to have an introduction, 1 paragraph, and then the conclusion. So let's see if that's true. Okay, overall summary, whose response? I'm not sure what that means. You're missing a lot of information from prevention. You're missing it about like location, who's affected, how's affected. We'll see what you say in the writing, but judging from your outline, I would say that you don't have a lot of information here. So having said that, I would say that you'd probably get about 0.5, maybe 0.75 for information on this page. And then for organization, because, well, you don't have enough content, so I can't give you full organization marks either. So I'd only probably give you maximum 0.5 or maybe 1. So this is one area that we can easily improve on, and I want to see you improve on in your next outline. Okay, I'll go back to the first page. Okay. Lymphatic paralysis. Okay, so who are you writing to? You're writing to the general public, and they're worried about it. They would probably not know this medical word. Yeah, so you should definitely, want to pick a better title than that. Okay. Lymphatic is a neglected tropical disease, mostly found in countries. Spelling mistake here, Indonesia, Nigeria, and Myanmar. Okay, these are all capitals because they're countries. So it is uncommon in Oman as it is not a tropical country. Okay, so it's not but you didn't say that it was. You said it was a neglected tropical disease, but you didn't say it was common in tropical countries. Anyways, the disease is caused by a parasite that can be divided into 3 types. Okay, so you're going into detail about the disease here. Remember, your task was to make everybody reassured that they're not going to be affected. So I'm not sure how you're accomplishing this in the introduction. In your introduction, you really need to restate the task. That's your first thing you should do. And then, you want to address the task. So you want to comfort people, right? Okay, the first one being paragraph, which is a cause of 90% of cases. Okay, I really don't think that any of this information is important in this first paragraph. The symptoms of this disease are enlargement of parts of the body, the arms, the legs, genital organs. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so again, you haven't accomplished the task here at all. With prevention, people can be assured about not getting disease. Okay, that's a good topic sentence. Okay, so that's one thing we were working on. You did a good job with that. As I think you want to say, as I said, above the disease is only 4 in tropical areas. Found. Okay, so there's spelling mistake. You're found in tropical areas, so not the people. So most the people most at risk, I see, are the ones who live in tropical countries. I'll zoom in here. But even then, the disease is easy to prevent by taking 2 types of drugs early. Okay, I'm not sure where you're starting. You can't start a sentence with a comma, which are okay, blah, 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 and DEC or intermediate. It can be treated in a similar manner as parasites do not develop any drug resistance. Chemotherapy can be effective. Okay, it's not that parasites don't become resistant to drugs. That's not exactly true. Okay, so you've presented information here that should put people at rest, but you're not really presenting any, enough information. Okay, and also you have extra information here that wasn't in your outline. Okay, to sum up everything, the lymphatic phlebitis affects the lymphatic system and thus causes enlargement of the body, so it can be treated and even prevented. WHO for neglected tropical roadmap. Okay, so this is new information here, and this is information that should be in the body. And you've actually written it down wrong. They said 2020, actually, I don't think 2022. Okay, so Fatima, what you want to do in your conclusion is, yes, you want to highlight that it's easily prevented and treatable, that it's not common in Oman, it's not common, it's only common in tropical countries, just quickly, and then that should be your conclusion. So you've missed some information in the body. Organization is not the greatest, so for content, I would give you probably about maybe a 4 or a 5 out of 8 for grammar, spelling, all that. It's not bad spelling, not bad grammar. There's a few mistakes, but I'd say probably 4, maybe a 3.5 out of 5. And then for paraphrasing, you did a pretty good job. There's a couple copied little bits and pieces here, but I'll be generous with that and give you 3 out of 3. Okay, but for sure we can improve upon this if we had proper organized paragraphs and more information. Okay, so good try.